Welcome to this episode of Look Around Lubbock, brought to you by Fox 34. Hi, I'm Kurt Kaiser, and I'll be your Look Around Lubbock host over the next several months as we explore some fun things to do in Lubbock. Whether you're looking for summer activities for the kids or fun for the entire family, we'll share with you lots of options, museums, outdoor adventure, musicals, and more. Over the next several months, Fox 34 will share activities that cater to anyone in the family, things you can do you never know existed. I hope you'll join me every weekend right here on Fox 34 News Now to see many ways to spend some quality time with your family and friends. Lubbock is home to the largest windmill museum in the world, and families can get an unlimited pass to this historic treasure with a membership.
The membership starts at $50 a year, and that gets you admission as often as you want to come into the museum to view what we have here in the museum, which is always changing. We're always adding windmills, always adding to the train layout, and there's always something new to see.
That $50 annual fee is worth it, if only to have access to the grounds on the 4th of July.
So we open our back gate and you'll get a membership pass basically to get in the back gate, and you can come bring a picnic, have fun outside on the grounds, and then we open the building and run the trains for the kids during 4th of July.
Several other members-only events are scattered throughout the year, Easter, Halloween, and others. The Windmill Museum is constantly making changes. One example is to the train layout.
We've added a church. We've added different scenes for people to enjoy. We're actually now working on a circus to add to it, because we do have 2 circus trains that run all the time. So there's always something fun to come and look for.
Another feature of the museum, worth the price of admission all by itself, is the 6,000 square foot mural covering 2 walls.
This mural is a one-of-a-kind, hand-painted by Legina Fairbetter, who's here in Lubbock. She's an artist. We love Legina. Oh my goodness. She hand-drew what you see here. It took her about 4 years to paint it all. It's sealed. You can't add to it now. We can't paint you in there, Kurt. I'm sorry. But it tells the history of the windmill from the beginning, from the first windmill in North America through the turbines of today.
When you walk into the museum, you'll be handed a packet of information that contains a seek and find game.
You can look for the white truck, the lizard, the horny toad, all the little details that help you find the details in the mural. The people were either donors, members, employees, somehow related to the museum at the time. The buildings that you see featured were donors to the mural. They sponsored it, so we put their name on the wall.
And don't forget about the gift shop, where you can shop even if you don't go into the museum.
The gift shop, we have really strived to bring in unique items. Of course, we're featuring windmill things and train things, but we have fun things, fun shirts, fun toys for the kids, but also educational toys for the kids. Puzzles, all kinds of things, but most things will have either a windmill or a train on them, or something that you'll see around the grounds.
And speaking of the grounds, there's a number of windmills outside around the grounds, but you need to go inside.
We have so much to see inside. We have over 150 windmills inside the building, about 50 windmills outside. And I would love for everyone in Lubbock to come visit us so that they can bring families when they come to visit. get that membership, bring them out when you come, and have fun at the museum.
Scuba diving and West Texas may not seem to go together. If you think that, you'd be wrong.
Anything within about a 100-mile radius of here, I would say close to 500 certified divers.
So that's who dives, but what about where?
We say any mud puddle we can find, Lake Allen Henry being the biggest. The only place really to dive around here is Balmorhea State Park, down below Pecos, 20 feet on the bottom, if you will, but it's nice and clear. It's 76 degrees year-round. There's turtles, there's catfish. Otherwise, you go up to Santa Rosa, New Mexico to the Blue Hole. That's 64 degrees. That's cold water, and it's a sinkhole, but it's 80 feet to the bottom.
A very big part of the Texas Dive Center is the training and certification program that they teach.
In 6 feet of water, you can end up going to the hospital. If you hold your breath and go to the surface in as little as 6 feet of water, the air that's in your lungs wants to expand and get out, kind of like that balloon going up in the air. If you don't let that air out, you end up with a lung injury. So those kind of toys, if you will, can cause injury if you haven't had some training. It's that serious. Our planet is 73% water. So just imagine what life we have in that other 25%, in other words, we call land, how much is in the water and how dependent our lives are on that water. And if we don't protect it, if we keep polluting it, if we keep overfishing it, we all know the food chain is dependent, whether on the land or in the sea. And when you start taking one part of it out, you mess up the whole system. It's the closest thing to going to outer space, the weightlessness. I teach disabled divers, people with bad backs, and they'll say that's the first time I've been pain-free without medication because there's no weight on them. I enjoy the most is observing the interaction between the marine life. A moray eel and a grouper coexisting. Cleaner fish at a cleaning station where a shark or a grouper or another fish, parrotfish, whatever, comes up to the reef and gets into a heads up, nose up position, opens their mouth, and then the smaller fish come in and clean the teeth, clean the ears, clean the eyes, do that kind of stuff.
The Dive Center has everything you need to experience your underwater adventure.
Well, it's a equipment-intensive recreation like skiing or golfing or anything else. It'll cost you about the same as if You really get into serious golfing or bicycling. You get into the photography aspect of it, the videography aspect of it, shooting video underwater and learning those skills. There's just nothing like getting into the ocean, even if it's just 20 feet or 500 feet, or whether it's in a cave or in a cenote down in Playa del Carmen, whether it's a mine, an old iron mine up in St. Louis area, whether it's an aquarium in Atlanta. There's just so many different opportunities to explore this other realm of our Earth.
For over 30 years, What a Rampage has been a Lubbock landmark. Those 3 decades have seen a variety of changes.
Water Rampage started as 2 big slides, and then they added go-karts at one time. We had bungee jumping before. But then over time, we put the lazy river, the wave pool. About 7 years ago, we put in our new pirate ship.
And those changes continue in 2023 with the new season that opens on May 27th.
One of our most exciting things that we're doing this year is we're bringing in our new slide complex, Raiders Revenge, and it's 4 unique slides. It's on a 30-foot tower. We've got spirals, we've got 30-foot drops, we've got tube slides. So we've been anxiously anticipating the completion of this complex. We're super excited to bring it to Lubbock, and I think that families are going to have a blast with it.
Crews are working hard right now to get Raiders Revenge ready, as well as the rest of the park for opening day.
You think about from the day we close until the day we open, all the weather conditions, the wind. There's a lot of cleanup that's involved, and we just really work hard at trying to get it set up, get it looking great for the public. You come in the front gate and you're pretty overwhelmed with all the vegetation and foliage around. We really love that you come in here and you almost kind of feel like it's an escape. Parents can come in with their children, lay out on the pool deck and let their kids go have a great time. While the parents are floating in the river or playing in the wave pool. And then with the addition of the new slide complex, that's just one added bonus for especially some of our teenagers that are looking for a little extra thrill.
While Water Rampage does provide thrills, they do so with safety as their -- goal.
Safety is a huge deal for us. That's one of the very first things that we talk to anybody that applies here is where safety is our #1 concern. Every lifeguard here goes through Red Cross certified training. We have instructors on staff that actually teach those Red Cross classes. The water park is a fun environment, but we really want to make sure it's a safe environment.
You have choices on how to enjoy Water Rampage. You can choose to go all day or all season.
Our most popular deal is obviously our day passes where people are coming out for a day. You know, it works great, especially for people traveling outside of Lubbock. But inside Lubbock, one of our great deals is we have season passes right now for $165. And that gets you in every day, all day, for the full time we're open to the public. So, you know, we're going to open May 27th, and you've got about 87 days where you can come and just relax and just escape for a little bit. We're kind of an icon now. I mean, you know, we've been here over 30 years, and you know, if you look at some of the history and some of the new goings on in the water park industry, water parks, it's a tough business. And being a seasonal business, you know, there's a lot of variables that work against you. And you know, we've overcome those obstacles and those variables, and we're still going strong. And we're strong enough that we're adding new features to the park, and we hope to keep doing that because Lubbock really does deserve a great entertainment venue.
Texas has a long history of wine production. Our region is a big part of that. Steve Newsom, a local farmer, is co-owner of English Newsom Cellars. He points to the producers for that growth and reputation.
The producers in this area are the reason that the wine industry in Texas has taken off and had so much success. You introduce a crop into a region, and the people that embrace it are the professional growers of other crops, so they're familiar with weather, they're familiar with irrigation, they're familiar with, for lack of a better term, wind management, soil management. They know equipment, they know how to farm. They simply needed to adapt to a new crop. It wasn't coming in with no experience growing. The professional farmers that embrace this is the reason the quality and the growth of the state industry has gone so fast.
Another piece of the success story can be attributed to the weather.
So we get good hot days, good cool nights, and this helps us produce a really balanced wine grape with good sugars and good acid. It's an excellent place from that perspective. Low humidities, we have low disease. These are literally, our grapes are some of the most environmentally sound grapes in the world, seriously. 2 or 3 reasons. First off, we have low disease, I mentioned that. Secondly, the pests that a lot of wine grape producers across not only the country but the world battle, we don't have them here.
The English Newsom partnership married these two families together with similar backgrounds.
Tommy farmed in Haskell County before he came here. And, you know, for the most part, I've had some other side business interests over the years, but for the most part, my passion's always been farming. I love farming, I love growing things, I love growing grapes, love growing cotton. We're not in this to get rich. We'd love to have financial success, anybody would. But we genuinely want to know when you see that name on the label that you're gonna enjoy that wine. That's a big deal to us, and you're gonna know the people that you're dealing with are just like you. We raise our families here. We battle the same things you battle. We want the same things for Lubbock that everybody else wants. We're home here. We didn't come in here from outside thinking we're going to make a buck on the Lubbock people. We grew up here. We grew up with the people that we sell to. We know our customers. They know us. And we want to produce a product that we feel really good about, and we love sharing, and we know that if we share it with you, we know that it's good quality. We know it's a good value. We know you're going to enjoy it.
Steve has farmed cotton for a long time. Growing grapes is a different game.
We grow this cotton, we dump it into an international pool, it disappears. I can't bring you a t-shirt necessarily that I'm sure was grown in Lubbock, but I can share something with you that we told, we worried, we fought for all the way through to the end. And there's a deep intimacy with that. And it's more humbling than pride. I'm a farmer, and I'll always be. And if you forced me to do just one thing, if you can't do it all, I'd be growing grapes. I'd be farming cotton. I would be out there where the dirt's blowing right now. So far, I haven't been forced to just do that. I've been able to pull the love for what I do there into this. And it's been a great compliment. If you weren't going to drink English Newsom, and you should, look for Texas High Plains. Always look for Texas High Plains. You know it was grown by growers that genuinely care. They're from your region, and it's most likely going to be sold to a good winery that does a good job.
Understanding Jiu-Jitsu starts with understanding what base Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is all about.
BASE is an acronym for Balance Achieves Success Every Day. If you look at our logo in the middle of this triangle, it's my zodiac sign, it's a Libra. Well, Libras balance out, you know, and I feel like you have to be balanced in life to start achieving anything that you want to succeed in, whether it's happiness, merit. It doesn't matter what it is in your life, you have to be balanced with everything that you do to be successful. We're not like Marine drill sergeants or anything, but we are very disciplined with them, and they understand the expectations, but they have fun learning, because once they start learning, they start seeing, oh, I'm learning this, oh, this worked, that worked, and then it just beams confidence in them, and they have fun with it.
While they have fun, they also learn.
We always teach our kids, including our adults that compete, don't give up, don't accept bad positions, and they fight through things. I think it still translates the same way. So, you know, we show them every aspect of jiu-jitsu. The takedowns, the top position, the bottom position, the submissions, the sweeps, every aspect we teach them. If you're having a stressed out day, you come in here, you don't really think about being stressed out over a bill because you might get choked in here, so get put to sleep. I've seen guys come in here, lose 85 pounds, and their confidence, self-esteem has just gone out the roof, including my kids, whether it's bullying or just being shy. Greg, my son, for example, was a chubby kid growing up, and then now he weighs about 40 pounds less than he weighed when he was 14 years old, and he's 24 now. It's hard to bully a confident kid.
Don't be intimidated if you're a beginner and know nothing about jiu-jitsu. Very few do.
Probably 90% of my student base came in as never doing it before. Of course, we have move-ins that come in from out of town, that they moved to Lubbock and they're blue belts or something, so they have the background, but they also had to start somewhere.
There's a big difference between jiu-jitsu and the more traditional team sports.
I think it sets itself apart from team sports because now they don't have to rely on others. I used to be a coach, football coach, coach softball. It always seems like it's relying on somebody else. And they're the star athlete. They're their own stars out there on the mats. Yes, there's a team, but when they're going one-on-one against somebody else, now the problem solving starts to happen in their head, because if they're in a bad position, they have to figure out how to get out of that bad position. So the problem solving, the confidence, plus the discipline. The discipline means showing up, being here, because it's not easy doing this. It can be tough sometimes. So.
Base Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is a family that often contains families.
We have parents here with their daughters, their sons and daughters, their wives. We have families of 5 in here, families of 3, 4. It's a family thing that they can do all together.
Gabe still competes, but that's taken a back seat to his students.
My results to me used to matter. I've never won a world championship. I've gotten close twice. I've gotten bronze and silver. But what their results are what makes me happy. Seeing them succeed in here, seeing them succeed off the mats, that's what makes me happy. So that's my favorite. It's about them.
Thank you for watching this episode of Look Around Lubbock. I hope that you have enjoyed learning some new and fun things to do right here in Lubbock. Please contact these businesses to schedule your summer adventure. Join us right here on Fox 34 News Now every Saturday, 12:30 and 6:30, and then Sundays at 1 p.m. and 6:30 to see all the many ways you can entertain the family, whether in your own home or backyard, or at many of the camps and outdoor activities available to create a summer of fun.